Hey, what is up guys, Ace here bringing you Clash of Clans video, and in today's video we'll be watching 3 Town Hall 9 war replays featuring 3 different attack strategies that you can use at TH-9 coming up. Okay, so before we begin I have a small request to make. I would like you guys to pause the video before every attack and then think about how would you hit that base for a 3-star given that base and that army composition that you can see on the screen. It will help you to get most out of the videos. If you think that your plan was better, let me know in the comment section down below and we can discuss over it. So without any further ado, let's start this attack. Alright, so as you can see, in this attack, Junkie comes in with a very unorthodox and very underrated and very underused strategy, that is Mars Dragons at TH-9, which was considered much less, very less effective up until now, the recent dragon buff. He comes in with a suicide hero Mars Dragon with a backend LaLo portion, which we'll discuss as the raid progresses. As you can see, he deployed his king and queen and a couple of wizards to clean up the trash around 9 o'clock his direction. The main objective of the heroes is to take down these 2 air defenses and to clear the 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock area, so that to create one part of the funnel basically from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock area. You will see how important that funnel was when he would start to deploy his dragons. He deployed 1 dragon to create a funnel so that his dragon do not walk off to the direction of 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock direction, and you will see how great that funnel was, because the funnel from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock is created and all the dragons are moving it in a single compartment. He drops his poison for the opponent queen encounter so that his dragon kills it quickly, and there is a rage coming. Now he starts with his backhand LaLo portion, and the idea behind the backend LaLo portion is that you drop your lava hound from the exact same direction your dragons are coming, so that it can soak up all the black sams or the red sams that are in the area. And he just deploys like 8 balloons. He has 8 balloons and he deploys them to take out the defenses as the lava hound tanks, and the dragon clear out some of the trash buildings like clan castle and other defenses in the base, and they would take some of the key buildings that are dangerous to the dragons like Tesla and Visit Tower, maybe Archer Towers. As you can see, the balloons are still alive, bringing out a huge value. He drops a heal to sustain his dragons a little bit, and that was a very good choice, because you do not want to bring all rages, because the dragons health are something that is very important. And as you will see in the end of this raid, he will have basically the hit points that his dragons have at the end of this raid. We will see that, and all the balloons are down at the moment, but there are 6 I think 1 2 3 4 5 6 dragons in the field right now, and there are only 2-point defenses and 1 splash damage, 1 splash defense that is on the field, and this attack is ripped, guys. Now we will see the hit points on these dragons. As you can see, they have almost all the dragons have full hit points, and this attack could not have gone much better. Now 6 dragons are surviving out of the total 8 dragons. What more can you ask? So this dragon, you can use this attack strategy definitely, but if you have to identify the base first and then use this attack. You do not have to spam this attack strategy on every base that you see, because it will not work. Alright, moving on to the second attack, let's see what we have got. Okay, so for the second attack we have Samdaman hitting the opponent number 10 Joker face, and he's hitting with a stoned HoBo attack, and it was a fresh hit, guys, just for the information's sake. And he deploys one of his golem at the 9 o'clock direction, but he soon figures out that there is a Tesla farm in that area, and that is why it is intelligent at that moment to deploy another golem, because one golem when in target of 6-point defenses will be wrecked in no time, and it can screw your raid. So that is why it was very intelligent of him to drop 1 golem, 2 golems in that Tesla farm area and 1 golem down below to create a very good funnel. In fact, the funnel was a little bit off, just because he could not deploy his golem where he wanted to, and that is why 3 of his golems would walk to the outside, but they will definitely get enough value still after being not going into the core. But 2 bowlers are still into the core, and there comes the rage spell. The queen is shooting to the lava hound, which is obviously he could not predict the CC lava hound, because since it is a fresh hit, the bowlers are doing their work. Even 2 bowlers are doing their work. Now, what important thing to note in a stone raid is that you have to drop when you are identifying the base. When you're thinking about doing a stone raid, then you have to select a base in which you can connect around 70 to 80% of the base with 2 jumps. Now as you can see, the placement of his 2 jumps, he basically covers a very huge amount of the area, and only periphery defenses are left, which he will take down by the hogs. Since he do not have a single heal spell for the hogs, the role of the hogs here is to just clear out the buildings or the periphery or the flanking defenses while they are shooting the kill squad in the core. He has 7 hogs remaining right now, and he's deploying them very slowly and gradually. I think he's going for the swag hogs. but if you're a rookie player, do not ever go for swag, because I have seen many swag fails in my life. Even I encountered some of these swag fails, and it was very embarrassing because I had that raid. And it at this moment he is very confident that the queen will take down the 2 remaining point defenses, and they are down. He has 5 hogs right now, but he's a little short on time. That is why he will deploy his hogs for the cleanup. Well, in my opinion, deploying hogs for the cleanup is in itself a swag, but if he would have deployed the hogs earlier, it would have been much better. But whatever gets the 3-star for him. But if you're a rookie player, do not ever go for a swag, because swag comes the last. It is the last priority in the raid. When you are a very good attacker, then you go for swag. Otherwise, do not. Otherwise, always be on the safe side and deploy hogs as you planned. Alright, as you can see, I'll just fast forward the attack because it's just clean up now, and the hogs wreck the base. Alright, this was a very good attack. Nice job, man. Now for the third attack. Alright, so for the third raid, we have a classical GoHo raid that was done by me, and my whole intention of showing this raid because after the coming of bowlers, classical GoHo has become very unpopular, and it's very underrated basically. And you can always try to figure out that can you use a classical GoHo on a base. Like on this base, I was discussing this base with my war generals Theo and Sarah, and they suggested me that go with a classical GoHo. You do not need a bowler because your kill squad is getting enough value if you are able to funnel your king and queen inside, and that's what happened. But eventually my queen walks out because I deployed her a little off. I should have deployed it towards more of a 6 o'clock area. So as you can see, I have 2 golems, a couple of wizards, like 5-6 wizards, and a king and a queen with a kill squad, no bowlers, and I'm taking mass hogs and deploying them from around 8 o'clockish direction in a clockwise direction. The queen is walking off, but that does not matter because our whole aim is to take down some of the defenses in the core. Opponent queen, opponent CC, and opponent king, sorry, and opponent CC was a lava hound because it was not a fresh hit. The hog deployment could have been a little bit more better, but I was a little nervous. I'm not that great attacker, I must say, but I try my best. Deploying the hogs in such a manner that you always take down, as you can see, the hogs at the 12 o'clock. The sole purpose of them is to keep these bunch of the hogs in the core into the core. They do not have to jump inside and outside because it will consume in a very huge amount of time. As you can see at 3 o'clock direction, there is a giant and followed by 2 hogs. Bringing a giant at more than 2 point defenses area is always a good option when you're doing hogs because it's just more effective. But remember, you only have to bring the giant when there are more than 2 point defenses shooting at that particular area. So at this point, I have like 2 poisons and 1 heal spell, and there are so many hogs on the field right now, and I was really very happy doing that old school GoHo stuff that we used to do on TH-8, and that was just a revival of old memory back. And to be honest, I do not consider the poison swag a swag because technically you are supposed to use it while you encounter the king and the queen, but it's very difficult to keep a track of all the things. But I'm learning with you guys, and hopefully I will learn while making these videos as well. So this has been the TownHall-9 attack strategy video, attack strategy and war replay video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section what do you feel about these attacks, and if you have any suggestion to me, let me know. I really would appreciate it. This is A Square signing out.